I was standing down there, somewhere down there yesterday when I caught that fish. Anyhow, the lake here is part of a river system, and it floods out all the time, especially when we get lots and lots of rain. But the point is, I'm down here again to make another video. Since yesterday, whenever I made and uploaded this video, I have learned some things. Learned a lot. The main thing I've learned is that I don't know how to run a fishing rodeo, y'all. This is going to be a short video, and nature's going to help me make it that way. Look at that way over there. In real life, that little thing right there in the middle of your screen is bright orange. Doesn't look so bright orange here, and it's big, whatever it is, about as big as whatever jumped right there. But yeah, nature's fixing to help me out here. And whatever that is across the lake looks like a bigger version of this. Maybe that's one of John's bobbers that he lost. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of things that have come up that I have thought about, and things that other people have brought to mind, and questions that's come up, and what ifs. And some of these things I can go over with you. And so what I'm saying is, in case I get rained out, let me tell you right now, I am going to push back the date of the start. The start date's going to push back, and we may bring the ending date back a little bit as well, or back toward us, to make sure that we've got all the qualifications and all the weights and everything to clear all that out, so that we've got the Shed Wars competition weighing in, and it doesn't, we don't have to wait on that. Now, let's see. There's several questions that I've had, and that's why I've just had to say stop. I've got to make this video. I've got to stop and do it. I thought it would be just so simple, but it's really not. Now, number one thing I want to tell you is the thing about the email. We need to get your email in. If you're in Shed Wars, if you're in Shed Wars and pre-qualified for that already, that's great. We don't have to worry about you. But we want your email, okay? Send us your email and let us know that you want in. If you don't want in, don't send an email. But you need to send an email to Shed Wars Fishing Rodeo at gmail.com, and let us know that you want in. What's going to happen throughout the season is I'm going to be sending out stuff. Going to be communicating with you. That's going to become important, and you may be sending some stuff to me. Another thing that's going to be used right off the bat is you're going to be sent an email with all of the finalized rules and all the things that we're doing, So that's how we're going to keep up with you. We're going to do that, and videos, of course, but email is going to make that process a whole lot simpler. So no matter who you are, if you're a Shed Warrior, send an email, and you tell us that you want to join us. If you are a YouTuber out there that wants to help out one of the Shed Warriors with your fishing weight, send us an email telling us you want to join, and we'd love to have you. This is about the greater community. There's several things that I need to talk about. That's one of them. Let's see, I've already got my notes made out here. Some of the things that have come up is it going to be catch and release, or what? How are we doing that? I said earlier that it was strictly not catch and release and just for consumption, but the weight, the food weight, is what will count toward our Shed Warriors and some of the prizes. that are in this, and that needs to stay. But we can have catch and release trophy type things too, trophy fish, biggest fish of each class. There'll be more of this. I don't want to spend too much time, but the wheels are still working. In addition to, okay, the email that you send in that says, hey, I want to be a part of it, also send us any questions or information, any tips, anything that you want to help us do with information to help run this right. Maybe you have been a pro bass fisherman or an amateur bass. You've been in lots of tournaments and know how some of this stuff goes. Because what we're doing is something that, to my knowledge, has never been done before. A global fishing tournament, saltwater, freshwater, that is tied into and a part of the world's largest gardening collaboration. So there's some issues. One of those things is the weight, the weight of your fish going and being directly applied to the final weight of our teams in Shed Wars. I'm going to have to modify that, because Shed Wars and our competition is about gardening mainly, and what one family can do in their house to make their own food, gather or whatever. And if we have people bringing in heavy amounts of fish, well, that could be something that tips the favor of the competition to whoever can bring in the most fish, and defeats the purpose of Shed Wars. And so we can't do that. At first it was a good idea, and I thought, nah, it may work out bad. Somebody could, over the course of this tournament, pull in a couple of 1,000 pounds of fish out there in the ocean, and that could throw the winner. And then everybody that's been gardening and everything like that, well, their efforts would have been to nothing. They should have been in a fishing tournament. So that is where the first and the biggest and the most weight comes into play. We're going to have something like, if you catch the first fish, that's 100 pounds of weight, of honorary weight. Just catch that little fish I caught yesterday. That fish weighs 100 pounds if that's the first fish caught in this tournament. And that will go to the shed warrior of your choice, okay? Same thing with the most and the biggest and the most weight. So these are things that we're thinking about. We want to make sure that it doesn't harm the efforts of shed warriors out there gardening. So it'll be stuff like that. Now it's starting to rain, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. Nature's helping me. We want to make sure that we've got accurate scales to weigh your stuff. That's just little stuff. Okay, the first fish, okay? That's going to be a fun thing. Whoever catches the first fish in Shed Wars, has got the 100 pounds. But how do we know who's going to have that? All right, right now what I'm working on is, you're going to love this. And it's really the first fun thing that we can do in the Shed Wars Fishing Rodeo. This is something that if you've got your kids or your grandkids, you can work on this project together. This is not mandatory, okay, making this, all right? You can just have a piece of paper, and that's all you need. Or you can do like I have done, and done something really neat, okay? And you can do it better than me. I've taken a piece of notebook paper, and I have cut out a fish, right? This is my little fish. Now, this little fish is not going to be very durable like that. And it's okay if it's not. But if you and your child, if you want to make a really neat looking little fish and laminate it so that you can write on it, like with a wipe erase kind of marker or something like that, that would be awesome, because I've got some ideas in mind that we can use this little fish throughout the game through the year. And it'll be fun for you and your kid or your grandkids, or just you sitting around making stuff, right? So if you want to join us with that, then do that. But the purpose of this, okay, when you catch your fish, that first fish, you're going to need to make a video of you catching that fish. And then while you got the fish, you're catching the fish. I got the time warning. Okay, hold on. Y'all, I've done talked for 10 minutes and more than that. Okay, so what we're doing this for, all right? You can just use an ordinary piece of paper. It doesn't have to be anything special. But here's what's going to happen. When you catch a fish, you need to video that fish. You video your first fish being caught if you think that you be qualify, and you tag it. That what you're making is a fish tag. On this fish tag, now in your video, you need to be able to show your fish tag, whether it's laminated and fancy and you can write on it or whatever, or if it's just a piece of paper, okay? But you're going to be able to show that fish tag in your video for first fish, right? Now, what's going to be on there is a secret code that I am going to give out. I'm going to give it out right when we open the tournament, so that we don't have too much of a chance of people, making a video, catching a fish now, making a video and uploading it. Some people will try that. I'm sure that I'm sure nobody will, but it's something that, came to mind and somebody was asking about that. So this is my solution. You'll be given a code word, and you'll take that code word, then go fishing, write it on your tag or whatever, and video yourself catching that fish. 100 pounds is a lot of weight, and it's also got a prize attached to it. There's like a $20 or $25 gift certificate to the sporting goods store of your choice. And it's about to rain me out. So work on that project if you want to with your kids. Make you a little fish tag. Or don't. Like I said, it's not necessary, but you need to be able to show that code for it. And I do hope that we can use those throughout the year. Send me in your emails with any fun games that you can think of to do with the fish tags throughout the season. That would be great. Any of your ideas. Now, that's one thing I wanted to bring up to you that we're going to start right now. We will be opening up, in about 2 weeks from now, I think is what we're going to do. I think that'll give us plenty of time to get the word out, people to get in, and you can join this after we start. Okay, you could join right up to the day before the tournament, but you just ain't gonna, have much a chance to catch many fish. There's no problem in having to be in here at the deadline. Okay, you're just kind of shooting yourself at the foot by waiting until the last minute. But let's see. And some of you may actually catch a world record or a state record fish in this. So this could be a big thing. You never know. And something I wanted to make mention that a lot of people don't know is there are line weight class limits. Okay? There's records for catching the same fish on different size lines. And that really could, look, clean fingernails, cleanish. That really could happen. You could catch a crappie that is a state record or a world record on a certain weight of line. So there could be some really cool things that come out of this. Okay, that's one that a lot of people can have fun with, and it brought to mind other things. Arts and crafts. I'm about to get drenched. Okay, we're looking for sponsors and people to offer up little things. We go to the community for that, right? If you've got a channel or a skill that you would like to offer up, if you're a blacksmith, if you like to throw clay and make ceramics, if you paint, if you draw, we have lots of artists from different disciplines. If you would like to offer your skills, your time, your money to help us have some really neat things in this competition, then I'm all for that. And you will be listed as an official sponsor of Shed Wars Fishing Rodeo. Yes, you will. And it'll be interaction with the community, and more people will find out about who you are. So I've touched on that. I don't think there's more stuff I need to touch on. Oh yeah, handmade lures is what I'm talking about, right? There are people that make handcrafted fishing lures that look incredible. They carve them out. They look incredible. Stuff like that. And we could even have competitions for that kind of stuff as we go along. Most, beautiful painting, best carved fishing lures, anything like that is open to it. Well, nature is telling me that I need to go. So let's get those emails in there telling me that you want to join and offer up your ideas, especially if you've got, any kind of advice on this, and we'll go from there. And like I said, I expect us to start up in 2 weeks, relatively 2 weeks from today. But that'll be announced later. Thank you very much for your time. I'm going to go now. I'm about to get drenched. Y'all be good.